Okay. I love that song.
Of course you love it.
Of course we love that
Yeah,
song.
your friend.
Hey, my best friend.
Yeah.
Hey, in life.
Rihanna Navy. It's
What?
Rihanna what?
Rihanna.
You. I'm not sure what we're watching. I'm not sure what this is, but we are Amina and Vanessa, and you're kicking it with us right now. All right, so we don't have a name for what this is.
What is this?
I don't know what it is.
Is it this?
This is it.
I see.
Yeah. So anyway, so Vanessa, I am a huge fan. Let me just start.
I'm a huge fan of you as well.
How?
Congratulations.
God,
You look so great in the music videos. I don't get to listen to your radio shows much.
Yeah.
So from what I see on television, when you're like
Ah.
standing next to a wall singing, I'm like, damn girl.
Let me ask you.
Serve.
So, do you normally, first things first, are you the one who tweets for yourself?
I tweet for myself.
Okay. So when you say, oh, thank you, it's you.
It's me.
It's not some chick somewhere at the sidebar.
No, it's me.
Okay. Do you write your own music?
I write most of my own music, and if I'm not writing it myself, I'm scripting the image of what I want to be said.
Yeah.
Because sometimes they're better articulators than us in terms of just most of my Swahili music is written by a songwriter.
Yeah. All right. Well, if you don't know who Vanessa is, well, Vanessa Mdee is a TV and radio presenter who recently got into music, and I have to say she's doing one hell of a job. You look like you were already doing music in the back end, and you just got on, to the front of the camera, and that's why everything is just gelling in so well.
That's exactly what it is.
Oh.
I've always done music. I've recorded since I was in high school.
What?
I sung in the choir.
And okay. And we're hearing about you now.
Only because I only officially released anything.
So
in
you
2011.
But you had music from before.
Mm-hmm.
What were you holding back on? What was holding you back?
So many things. I didn't have enough self-confidence.
Yeah.
I needed to build because I believe that to really get to where you want to go in terms of just reach, you have to create a plan and work accordingly. So I literally built a network, built a fan base, and then the music was always.
Wait, this was a grand plan.
It was a grand plan.
Like you knew you were gonna do music. You were like, okay, fine, let's just do a bit of TV and a bit of radio.
Yes, I was like, how entry point? How do we get in?
This was a plan. So when people say 25-year plan, this is what they're talking about.
This is what they're talking about.
Okay, so let's speak about you doing TV. Is any of that love, or that was just, oh, I'm good at that too, boo?
No.
Naweza kuongea mbele ya kamera. Naweza kufanya radio kidogo.
It was absolute love. It was absolute love. I enjoyed every single moment of it. I still do.
Okay.
And I would never take that back because a lot of my self-confidence came from being on live radio. And, being on television and watching myself and understanding what looks good and what I should never do. So, yeah.
Okay. So, being an MTV VJ, how was that?
It was the most exhilarating process at the beginning. Everything was new. I was very young and impressionable. I was naive. So I've grown the most having done that. I have experienced the most of the real industry, behind the scenes, what people don't see. I've grown up so much.
Okay.
Really.
And you look great. Girl, you look great. You were very fashionable. And I remember last time you were here, I was like, so Vanessa, I mean, like, show your rings to the camera. And like, you look really good and very stylish every single time.
Thank you.
So one, do you do that because, well, the pressure, I'm a celebrity, I gotta look good. Or is it that you just love fashion?
I love. Not fashion, I love to dress how I feel.
Okay.
And I'm always feeling like, oh my gosh, I like this.
Ah,
I like especially, and now that I'm on stage a lot, I get to fully live that. Like, I really dress my shows according to where we're going.
Yeah.
So sometimes I have a little itty bitty skirt, a beaded skirt, a tutu, a da-da-da, a this, a that, a third, crazy boots. Like,
so when you say itty bitty skirt, Tanzania is just as conservative as Kenya.
Yes.
How much hate do you get, if any?
Lots of people who obviously feel like I should be dressed better. I recently saw this
By
article.
better, they mean more covered.
Right, I really should be more covered. I saw an article the other day. They're like, oh, jamani msichana mzuri anaimba sauti nzuri, lakini tatizo lake nini? Anavaa nguo za mdogo wake. So I found that funny. I was like, that's
funny
hilarious.
Though. Yeah.
But it's also because, well, in their eyes, I'm not well behaved, or I'm not dressed well. But well-behaved women and girls and people seldom absolutely make history. It's
Very true.
those things.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
Very
it's like if I were normal, or if I didn't have this edge to me, then there would be other things that you wouldn't. There would be other things for you to talk about, but this wouldn't be it.
Yeah.
So I could be a drug addict. I could be an alcoholic. I could be a very loose and wanton woman. Maybe these are the things that you would talk about. But the scarcity of clothes doesn't really bother me.
It doesn't.
No.
You feel like if that's it, that's the
problem I have.
Okay, that's a good problem to have. That's a great problem
because right now I'm not scantily dressed. Aren't I fully
No,
dressed?
you're not. She's very fully dressed. I can say that.
So I dress appropriately. On stage,
yeah.
it's a performance. I look at Brenda Fassie, and this is in the 80s and 90s, and look at her.
Yeah.
Look at what she did.
That's true.
Boom Shaka.
Yeah.
They were dressed in little. I'm just like, can we stop?
Please
stop. Just stop.
Tuelewe.
Yeah.
Ni
And
chuki
I'm doing
ama
splits
nini.
on stage, mind you, and cartwheels. So
you can't be wearing long dresses and doing cartwheels.
No.
And you were talking about drug addiction, and no, not drug addiction, sorry, but drugs. Then we have been talking about drugs.
Yeah.
And you raised that, and a lot of East Africa, actually a lot of artists all over the world, drugs is a big problem. And how do you feel about that?
I don't condone it, not one bit. I don't take it lightly. I know a few people who've lost their lives to addiction, and one too many people actually. I truly believe it's a spiritual battle more than it is what we see in plain sight, and we need to address it as a nation, as nations, as the industry. We need to stop condemning it or condone, rather.
Or acting like it's not there.
Yeah, it's very there. It's
and
so
it's a
present.
big problem.
It's a big problem. We need to discuss more about it and really just, be a bit more, less lenient.
Yeah. We need to discuss drugs, but you know what else we need to discuss? Your brand new single with
Yay!
Check out a snippet of the video.
Nobody But Me. It's my 5th single. We dropped the song. Yes.
Imagine.
Can you believe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Plenty. We dropped the song and video on the very same day, March 26th. It's been out for a month now, and it's getting so much love. It's number 5 on Trace's Africa Top 10. It's number 1 on Nigeria's Beat 99 FM.
I don't know what that station is. Capital FM? I'm kidding.
Look at you. Oh, my bad. So anyway, no, it's getting so much love across the continent. And
in SA, where Kiri's from.
Yeah, and from SA, and people are excited that he's rapping in Swahili, which he's never done, and no other, not that it's known, no other South African artist has done in the past. So it's doing a whole bunch of runs, and I'm so proud of it, and I'm just excited to have it in this time. It's doing great.
Did you see the success of it before in studio? Normally when people are jamming to songs, they're like, yo, this has gotta be a hit.
You know what? Yes, I did. I felt it in the studio, and at first when people heard it, they were like, this is different, or this is slower, or this is gonna catch on not as fast as...
It's not one of those. It'll have to grow on you.
Yes, and I'm happy that it's growing on people, because then it's like a nice progression to the top. I'm so happy.
And I'm so happy for you. Things are going really well. And you have a lot of music that you're like, when do I release this? How do you know when to release the next single? You're like, okay, 2 months is over, or okay, that other song has started being boring, I think it's
exactly like that. It's a hunch. It's also just an observation of the charts, because this is music. It's also the right time in consideration of what period of time it is in the industry in terms of award nomination time, and all of these things are in effect. Or maybe it's just I just want another song. Yeah, and I'm not into keeping baked goods in the oven. I just want to
release,
pop them out.
EP?
Yes, album.
When?
December 2015. It's called Money Mondays.
Oh my God, we have a feature on my show called Money Monday.
Oh snap!
That is so amazing!
Yay, awesome.
That is so cool.
Yeah.
Also, we don't have a name for whatever this is. Right now, we're just going with the
Suggest.
Amina and what do you think we should call it? Money interview? Because it's big money? No, I know that wasn't really good. Anyway, so let's talk about your sister Taro, because I got mad love for Taro.
I know.
How is she? What's she up to right now?
Absolutely fantastic. She's very happy. She is actually doing everything not secular. So
Yeah.
I'm very proud of her. And she actually, all her background in TV and radio is all coming into play right now because she's producing radio programming for
Really?
stations.
Is she?
From her church.
Oh my God.
So I'm very proud of her.
That is amazing. Are they like, Vanessa, unajua hizo nguo unavaa, jamani, jamani?
You know, my mom did
Yeah.
at the very beginning for a while, and then she just, I also don't spend as much time with them. I believe that if I did, it would be the conversation.
It definitely would be the conversation. Like, we're having breakfast. This is a breakfast table. So this is Tara. This is your mom. This is you. So let's pray for the food. And they're like, yeah. And as you know, God, we thank for the food. Make sure that you also bring Vanessa to our righteous side. Amen.
Oh, but you know what it is? It's at the end of the day, it's when we see each other, we're just happy that we're together.
Yeah.
And that our lives are okay.
Yeah.
And that we're not struggling. And salvation comes to everyone in God's time.
True.
So.
Amen. Preach, sister. Let's speak for a minute of a mutual friend, AY.
Yes.
Who played a big role in your jump-starting your career.
He did. AY is an amazing artist. To us, he's iconic. He is one of the pioneers of bongo flavor. And I love him to death because he did give me an opportunity. He's one of those people who just said, you know what, you're going to jump on this record. At first, he literally called me and said, hey girl, I have this song. I just need you to do some additional vocals. I was like, cool. So I come through. And what was just supposed to be some additional backing vocals became an actual credit on the record.
And you're like, but I really didn't do
I
anything.
didn't do anything and I'm not ready. And can you just, And he was like, no. He was like,
But
throw you into the deep end.
You thank him for pushing you.
Totally. Him and Omi
Necessary
Dimples,
push.
like it was a necessary, like, when your mom was teaching you
Yeah,
how to swim.
and they're like, go to the deep end now.
Yeah, just
And
like
you're like, But then our teacher in high school, Mrs. Kimani, you know yourself, that's how we learned how to swim. She threw us in the deep end and you had to like try and
yeah, exactly.
come
Sink
out of
or
the
swim.
water.
Mhm.
And now look at where that,
Yes.
swimming has gotten you.
Swimming
2
has gotten me.
nominations.
Yes, I'm so excited this year. It's been great. Apart from, so I'm nominated for the People's Choice Award for Best Female Entertainer.
Yeah.
That's happening in a week's time. I'm also nominated for the Kilimanjaro Tanzania Music Awards in 3 categories. In fact, if you're watching, you can vote right now. www.ktma.co.tz.
Yeah.
Just head over there and
Yeah.
a thumbs up is all I need. Thank
Please
you so
do.
much. Yeah. But no, all of that is just, it just makes you feel like you're working and people are acknowledging the effort. And for me, I'm just grateful for that because I still have a long way to go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you do. It's oh my god, it's a long journey, but I think you started out great,
Yeah,
and I hope you do support her, and I hope you follow her. Her Twitter handle will be at the bottom. Make sure that you follow her. And your endorsements.
Yes.
Can you tell my people how?
Brand ambassador for Samsung Tanzania. Yay. Crown Paint ambassador Tanzania.
That was so random, by the way. Let me just say, you what? How did that happen? They were
Well-
like, we want you to paint in your video.
No, in fact,
What?
I threw the paint idea to them.
Oh.
When I was doing the Howard Dewey concept, the treatment for the video,
Yeah.
I said I want there to be color, but I want it to be in the form of paint because I wanted it to represent how kwa Kiswahili nasema wanataka tope jina langu. When someone is
kuchafua jina lako.
wanachafua.
Yeah.
How do you chafua something na
Yeah, na rangi. Yeah.
So I was like, oh, that would be dope. Why
Yeah.
don't we have paint in the video?
Yeah.
So that's what it signifies. But then Crown hit me up to be the ambassador, and I was like, oh, why don't you just throw in an endorsement?
Oh. Yeah, let's do that.
So
And
shout
they're
out
like,
to Crown for showing love and supporting the artist. The video is amazing. How are Julie? Check it out if you haven't seen it.
Yeah.
And yeah.
All right, there you go. And her lipstick is Crown Paints. Her hair is Crown Paints. This has a lot of color.
Life color popping.
Vote, vote, vote. And thank you so much for watching.
Amina, is she single?
Oh my God. My camera guy is so embarrassing. Are you single?
What is this question?
Are you single? Why do people care so much?
Yeah, what?
Because he probably wants to marry you. Put that ring back. Put it back. Okay, fine. All right. So, are you single?
Off camera or on camera?
Both.
Stop it. I love you guys. Go out there and vote, okay?
I guess that means that she's taken off camera and she's single for her fans. Bye, guys. The camera guys. Bye.